Did you know that every year millions of older adults end up needing a walker simply because their legs quietly lose strength day by day? Have you ever stood up from a chair and felt like your legs just wouldn't cooperate? And no, it's not just because you're getting older, like people always say. The truth might surprise you. One of the biggest reasons your legs feel weak, unsteady, or heavy isn't aging itself. It's something far more subtle and something you can change starting today. The real cause might be a small but crucial deficiency in your daily diet. It can cause muscles to go dormant, nerves to slow down, and blood to struggle reaching your lower body. And the worst part? Almost no one talks about it. In this video, I'll share with you what's really behind that weakening feeling in your legs, even when you're eating well. One natural nutrient that can wake up your muscles in just a few hours. Simple, delicious foods that improve blood flow and help your body regain balance. And a morning habit you can start tomorrow, even if you haven't exercised in years. Have you ever felt unsteady, tripped over nothing, or avoided stairs because you weren't sure your legs would keep up? If so, you're not alone. Leave a comment and share your story. It just might help someone else feel less alone, more understood, and inspired to take the first step. Let's dive in.
The real reason your legs feel weak, and it's not just aging. Let me ask you something personal, but essential. Have you ever noticed your legs feeling heavy, unstable, or even slower than they used to be? You might blame your age. After all, that's what we've been told. You get older, you get weaker, right? But here's the surprising truth. Age alone is not the main reason. What causes this drop in strength, especially in the legs, is something called neuromuscular disconnection. Put aside, your muscles aren't broken, they're just not getting the message. You see, our muscles respond to signals from the nervous system. These signals travel from the brain through the spinal cord and finally reach the muscles. But this connection can weaken as we age, not because the muscles disappear, but because the wires sending the signals start fraying. A good friend of mine, Joe, is 68. Last year he started avoiding stairs. He thought it was just part of getting older. However, after learning about neuromuscular disconnection, he made minor changes in diet and daily movement. Within weeks, he felt steadier and more confident. His legs hadn't given up on him. They just needed to be reconnected. This tells us something powerful. Weakness isn't always a sign of loss. It can be a sign of miscommunication. And that's something we can fix. In the next section, we will look closer at how these messages travel through your body, why they slow down, and how you can gently restore the signal between your brain and the legs, because when the connection comes back, strength often does too. Let's look closer at your nervous system's quiet role and how it might be the missing piece.
Misfiring muscles, how your nervous system falls silent. So, what exactly happens when that connection between your brain and muscles starts to fade? Think of your nervous system as a series of telephone wires. Your brain is trying to send a message. Lift your leg, step forward, keep your balance. But somewhere along the line, the message gets fuzzy, delayed, or dropped altogether. This breakdown often starts with tiny changes in your motor neurons, the nerves responsible for telling your muscles what to do. Over time, these neurons shrink, misfire, or die off due to poor nutrition, inflammation, or even lack of stimulation. That's why walking across the living room one day feels fine, and the next, your leg feels shaky or slow without warning. It's not just aging legs, it's a communication issue. Imagine trying to tune into your favorite radio station, but the signal is static. The song still plays, but you can't hear it. Your muscles are the same way. They're still capable, but the message isn't getting through. Even if your muscles aren't firing properly today, They're not gone. They're waiting for the signal. In the next section, we'll talk about how to wake them up, using something as simple as the right protein at the right time. Because sometimes, the fix isn't more effort, it's smarter nourishment. Let's explore the power of one specific nutrient that can flip the on switch for your muscles: leucine.
Eat this to reactivate your muscles. The power of leucine.
Let's talk about food. Not just any food, but the kind that speaks directly to your muscles. One nutrient in particular can turn on your muscle-building switch, significant if you're over 50. It's called leucine, and it's a type of amino acid. Think of leucine as a wake-up call for your muscles. When your body detects leucine in the bloodstream, it flips a biological switch known as mTOR, which tells your muscles, hey, it's time to repair and grow. This makes it exciting. Even if you haven't exercised in months or years, getting the correct dose of leucine can start reactivating your muscle tissue within hours. That's not theory, it's science. Studies have shown that just one meal high in leucine can significantly increase muscle protein synthesis, even in older adults. The key is quality and timing. You need about 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine to trigger this effect. That's roughly what you get from 1 scoop of whey protein isolate, around 3 eggs, or a serving of chicken breast or tofu. For best results, make this your first major meal of the day, ideally after some light movement like walking or stretching. This is when your body is most listening for that muscle-building signal. I've seen people in their 60s and 70s feel stronger just by switching from toast and jam to a leucine-rich breakfast like eggs with spinach or a smoothie with whey protein. That's the power of one nutrient, given at the right time. But leucine is only part of the story, because if your nervous system isn't firing correctly, even strong muscles can stay dormant. In the next part, we'll look at another key player, choline, and why this neurofuel could be the missing piece in your strength journey.
The forgotten neurofuel. Why choline could be your missing link. So far, we've talked about turning the muscles on with leucine. But here's the next piece of the puzzle. Even if your muscles are strong, they won't move unless told to. That's where a powerful but often overlooked nutrient comes in, choline. Choline is the building block of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter. In simple terms, acetylcholine is the chemical that allows your brain to send movement signals to your muscles. Without enough, your nervous system might press go, but your muscles never get the memo. And unfortunately, as we age, our production of acetylcholine naturally declines. That's why you might feel like your muscles are hesitating, even if they're physically capable. The good news? Choline can be replenished through food. Eggs, especially the yolks, are one of the richest sources of choline. Just 2 whole eggs provide more than 300 milligrams to significantly boost acetylcholine levels in the brain and muscles within 6 to 12 hours. One woman I worked with, Clara, 74, used to experience shaky legs when stepping out of bed. She started her mornings with 2 eggs and a side of leafy greens. Within a week, she noticed more stability, not just in her legs, but in her energy and focus. It's not magic, it's biology, and it's fixable. For plant-based options, foods like quinoa, soybeans, and Brussels sprouts also offer choline, though in lower amounts. But even then, it's about consistency. Remember, your nervous system needs fuel just like your muscles. So before you reach for a sugary breakfast or skip the day's first meal, ask yourself, is my brain getting what it needs to keep me moving? Next, we'll look at something just as important, blood flow. Because without proper circulation, even the best signals and nutrients can't reach where they're needed most. Let's talk about how to unlock better circulation, starting from your plate.
Blood flow equals life. Why circulation shapes your strength. Let's take a moment to talk about something we don't often feel, but can't live without. Circulation. Your muscles need fuel, oxygen, nutrients, and energy. But how do they get it? Through your blood. Healthy circulation is like a well-functioning delivery system. It brings everything your muscles need to perform and removes the waste that builds up after they do. But as we age, our blood vessels can become stiffer and narrower. It's like trying to water a garden with a kinked hose. No matter how rich the soil or how much sunlight, your plants will wither without flow. Your muscles work the same way, especially in your legs, which are farthest from your heart and most affected by poor circulation. That's where nitric oxide, NO, comes in. This natural molecule tells your blood vessels when to relax and widen, allowing more blood to flow. And one of the best ways to boost nitric oxide? Beets. Yes, that humble root vegetable you might pass in the produce aisle is a circulation powerhouse. Beets contain dietary nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. Studies show that older adults who drink beetroot juice can see noticeable leg strength and endurance improvements, sometimes in just a few hours. If you're not a fan of beet juice, don't worry. Mixing roasted beets, salad, or even beet powder into a smoothie can all do the trick. A small change, big difference. Because once your blood flows better, every other body part works better too. Next, we'll explore an invisible but powerful force that could be slowing you down from the inside: chronic inflammation, and what you can do to cool the fire. Inflammation is silently stealing your strength. You can't see it. You might not even feel it, but it could be one of the biggest reasons your legs feel tired, achy, or not as strong as they used to be. I'm talking about chronic inflammation, a quiet force working behind the scenes. Now, inflammation isn't always harmful. It's your body's natural response to injury. Cut your finger, your immune system jumps in to help. But when low-level inflammation lingers in your body day after day without a clear cause, it becomes a silent thief. It slowly interferes with your muscles' ability to rebuild, respond, and recover. And here's the catch. Chronic inflammation can still sneak in even if you eat pretty well or stay somewhat active, especially as we age. In a significant study, researchers found that older adults with slightly elevated inflammation markers like CRP or IL-6 had lower muscle mass and slower walking speed even if they ate enough and exercised. So what's fueling this invisible fire? Sugary foods, fried snacks, too much red meat, not enough sleep, even stress. But there's good news. Nature also gives us powerful tools to calm it down, especially in the form of dark leafy greens. Spinach, kale, mustard greens, and Swiss chard are packed with polyphenols, chlorophyll, magnesium, and antioxidants. Together, they help lower inflammation and protect your muscle cells from damage. Adding just 1 cup of leafy greens to your breakfast or lunch daily can make a big difference over time. One of my viewers, Linda, 66, started adding sautéed spinach to her morning eggs. She said her legs felt less stiff, more alive within 2 weeks. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing one small thing consistently. Next, let's talk about when you eat, because timing your meals might be as important as what's on your plate. Meal timing magic. When you eat is just as important as what? You've probably heard the phrase, "You are what you eat." But here's something even more powerful. You are what you eat when you eat it. Timing matters, especially as we get older. Our muscles become less responsive to protein signals with age. This phenomenon is called anabolic resistance. This means that even if you eat plenty of protein, Your body may be unable to efficiently rebuild muscle, but research has shown that we can overcome this not by eating more, but by eating smarter. One of the most effective strategies? Evenly distributing your protein throughout the day. Instead of saving all your protein for dinner, try having 30 grams at breakfast, 30 grams at lunch, and 30 grams at dinner. According to a study from the University of Texas, this approach can boost muscle protein synthesis by up to 25%. Another tip? Eat within 30 to 60 minutes after light movement, like walking or stretching. This is known as the anabolic window, when your muscles are most eager to absorb nutrients and rebuild. It doesn't have to be fancy. Small changes make a big difference in Greek yogurt with berries, eggs with greens, or lentil soup with toast. Because when your body knows it can rely on steady, well-timed nourishment, it responds with strength, balance, and stability. And that's not just science, it's freedom. Next, let's bring it together with a simple routine you can follow, starting tomorrow morning, to feel stronger, clearer, and more grounded each day.
Small morning habits that trigger big leg strength gains. Let's turn everything we've discussed, nutrition, timing, circulation, connection, into something doable and straightforward. Because the truth is, you don't need a complicated routine or a personal trainer to feel strong again. You just need the proper morning habits. Morning is a powerful window for your body. After sleep, your muscles are hungry for movement and nutrients. Your nervous system is more responsive. Your metabolism is ready. Here's a routine you can try, starting tomorrow. Step 1. Hydrate your body and brain. Start your day with a glass of warm water. Add a squeeze of lemon or a few cucumber slices for extra benefits. This helps wake up your digestion and circulation gently. Step 2. Move. Just a little. Take a 10 to 15-minute walk around your home or outside. Stretch gently. Movement increases blood flow and primes your muscles to receive signals and nutrients. Step 3. Fuel your nervous system and muscles. Eat a breakfast rich in protein, leucine, and choline. Think 2 eggs with sautéed spinach and whole grain toast. Or a smoothie with whey protein, beet powder, and a banana. Step 4. Breathe and reset. Take 2 to 3 minutes to breathe deeply. Let your body feel calm. Stress directly affects inflammation and how your muscles perform. None of this takes more than 30 minutes, but when done consistently, it sends a powerful message to your body. I'm here, I'm present, and I'm rebuilding. One viewer, Robert, 69, said this simple routine changed his mornings. I don't just feel stronger, he told me. I feel in control again. That's what it's about. In our next section, we'll look at common mistakes that could quietly undo your efforts and how to fix them before they hold you back.
Common mistakes that cancel out your efforts. You're doing the walks. You're eating better. You've made fundamental changes, but somehow your legs still feel tired. Progress feels slow, maybe even stuck. If that sounds familiar, don't worry, you're not doing it wrong. You might just be making one of a few common mistakes that quietly block your progress. Let's walk through them together. Mistake number 1. Skipping protein in the morning. Many people eat a light breakfast or none and try to catch up with a heavy dinner. But remember, your body builds muscle best in small, steady doses. Skipping breakfast means missing a key window for strength building. Mistake number 2. Eating the right foods, but at the wrong time. You might be getting enough protein or vegetables, but if you eat them long after movement or pile them all at night, your muscles won't use them as effectively. Mistake number 3. doing the same stretches or walks every day. Our bodies adapt quickly. If your routine never changes, even slightly, your muscles stop responding. Try adding light resistance, different walking routes, or gentle balance exercises. Mistake number 4, ignoring sleep and stress. This one is sneaky. Poor sleep and chronic stress raise inflammation and interfere with how your nervous system communicates with your muscles. Even the best diet can't entirely override this. Mistake number 5, giving up too soon. This is the most common and the hardest to catch. You might expect instant results, but most improvements take 7 to 14 days of consistent effort. Don't stop just before the turning point. Small changes matter, but so does consistency. And now, with all this knowledge, you're ready for something powerful. In the final section, I'll give you a clear 14-day plan to help you reset your strength, renew your energy, and reclaim confidence in your body, starting with just one step tomorrow morning. Let's bring it all together. From weak to stronger in weeks, your 14-day strength reset plan. You've made it this far, and that tells me something important. You're ready, not just to learn, but to change. The truth is, regaining leg strength isn't about pushing harder or doing more. It's about working gently, consistently, and intentionally with your body. So here's your 14-day reset plan. A simple, powerful routine to help you feel stronger, steadier, and more in control of your legs and your life. Morning routine. Daily. Hydrate. Start with warm water and lemon. Move gently. 10 to 15 minutes of walking or stretching. Breakfast. Include a protein source, 30 grams, rich in leucine, eggs, Greek yogurt, whey. A source of choline, eggs, tofu, quinoa. A cup of leafy greens or beet-based items for blood flow and inflammation. Midday focus. Light movement or balance exercises, standing on one foot, toe taps. Balanced lunch with lean protein and healthy fats. Breathe, pause, reset your nervous system. Evening reset. Avoid overloading with protein at dinner. Keep it moderate. Unplug from screens 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Sleep at a consistent time. Let your body repair. Weekly mini challenges. Try a new leafy green every 3 days. Add a beet smoothie or roasted beets twice a week. Write down any small victories. Better balance, more energy, easier stairs. Remember, this isn't a test. It's a partnership with your body, habits, and future. People like you have seen real measurable progress by following these steps. And if they can, so can you. If this video helped you see your strength in a new light, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for weekly tips, and share it with someone you care about, because everyone deserves to feel strong again, especially you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the following video.